When I first played Super Mario 64, I didn't notice how lonely it felt at first. It was my first proper 3D game, so I just kind of accepted the cold, dead castle and empty grounds as a given. That was until I played another game. Banjo-Kazooie showed me what was missing from Super Mario 64, a world dripping with character, charm, and fart jokes. But as the N64 years rolled on, I became more aware of something I like to call N64 loneliness. And Super Mario 64 was by no stretch the only guilty offender. I felt this in many N64 games, that feeling of being alone and isolated, that liminal space eeriness, the sense of the uncanny, its GoldenEye's dead-eyed faces, the clunky movements in 1080 snowboarding. Even the mighty Ocarina of Time still had its moments. Did you feel this too? Now, I know much of this comes from the N64's hardware limitations, right? 3D graphics and empty worlds that feel just real enough to be unsettling, but not alive enough to be comforting. But that's not the whole story. If games like Banjo-Kazooie, Paper Mario, or even Conker's Bad Fur Day prove anything, it's that design choices played a much bigger part than you might think.
Okay, I've got no idea what he's talking about.
Think about Mario Kart 64. Don't those tracks feel lonely to you? Doesn't Perfect Dark feel cold? Don't you get a weird pseudo-derealization feeling?
A super what?
Don't you think Ocarina of Time felt lonelier than Majora's Mask? It's all that open space and the characters just feel distant. Even though so many of the same characters appeared in Majora's Mask too. So bizarre. Tough to pin down.
Nah, it's actually pretty easy to pin down.
Really?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Stranger still, I call this N64 loneliness because I never had the same feelings from the original PlayStation. The N64 wasn't exactly known for being photorealistic in 1996, and well, it sure ain't now. But the way it's handled 3D gave the games a certain look and feel. And back on the SNES, 2D sprite-based games allowed your imagination to fill in the blanks. This is obviously a video game, not real, but the jump to 3D forces you to accept a world as given, as a glimpse of reality rather than a representation. So although the N64 brought us closer to the characters, the limited range of emotion and expression creates more isolation and uncanniness than 2D sprites ever did.
Many games lean into this loneliness on purpose, of course, like Super Metroid on the SNES or any Resident Evil game on, well, everything. But that's kind of the point. They're designed this way. Super Mario 64 was never intended to feel lonely and weird. Sure, it was quite the opposite. Sometimes it could even be scary.
Well, it doesn't scare me. It just looks shit. I'm stifling a laugh more than anything else.
Well, throw in jagged edges, compressed sound and muggy textures, and it all adds
You know,
up
this
to
is ridiculously subjective. People are going to be wondering what the f*** you're on about. I know I am. Plenty of PS1 games look like this. Even the Dreamcast games did. Just ask the 3 people that bought them.
The N64 is unique. It's almost a gaming generation all to itself. All these little quirks contributed to make it one of the most peculiar consoles in history. And through all the design challenges at the dawn of 3D, as well as the technical limitations of the console itself, we saw just how wonderful it could be. But I hope I'm not the only one who's noticed these strange side effects in certain games. Unintended negative feelings like these are no longer part of the gaming landscape. Well, not outside of bugs and pricing anyway. So in some strange way, these feelings could be kept as precious. This loneliness made some N64 games unforgettable and unique, turning solo play into something hauntingly personal that, well, not everyone will experience the same way.
For some people, Jolly Roger Bay in Super Mario 64 is just another level. But for others, well, it's like listening to a sad song when you're feeling down. In a way, the sadness and loneliness is comforting.
Ugh, I still don't know what you're talking about. If it was all so bloody lonely, just play multiplayer games. It's got 4 controller ports for a reason. You just need some friends first. More than Biffa had anyway. Loser.
Hey, don't talk about him like that.
Why, what's he gonna do? Set his friends on me? Or are we just gonna sit and cry together while playing GoldenEye?
Thank you for watching this far. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. It really helps this channel grow.
Yeah, like a tumour.
Oh, hell. It's times like this I wish I was lonely.
Well, you're free to f*** off whenever you like. And that goes for you, too.